Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf. LG released their new flagship phone, the LG G4 last month, and today we're going to be taking a look at it. If you're looking for a quick review and my first impressions video, make sure you click the screen to check it out. This video is my full review of the phone after using it for a few weeks, so let's get into it. First, let's look at the physical side of the phone. On the front you'll find the, in my opinion, perfect size 5.5-inch Quad HD display. For me, this size is perfect because it's a tad bit bigger than my old Galaxy S4, but it's not as big as the Samsung Note. I'm still able to use the phone with one hand, but I'm positive that someone with smaller hands will struggle. The screen's resolution is 2560 by 1440 and has a 538 ppi. Below the screen is an LG logo, and above the screen is an 8-megapixel selfie camera. This camera does produce some crisp photos, but my favorite part about it is the way it uses flash. If you want flash on your selfie picture, the screen will change to white, blast up the brightness, and leave you a small preview window so you can still see yourself in the selfie. This feature works awesome and it allows you to take a picture in a fully dark room and still get a decent photo. Moving on from the front, there is nothing on the sides of the phone, but on the bottom is a headphone jack and USB port, and on the top there is an IR blaster. More on that later. The back of the LG G4 is where things get interesting. First, there are 3 buttons right under the camera. This includes your volume up, volume down, and power/lock button. These are the buttons that you would typically see on the side of your phone, but instead they are on the back. Some people might be turned off by this, but let me tell you, this is one of my favorite physical features of the phone. After taking less than a day to get used to it, I much prefer this setup compared to buttons on the right side, left side, or both sides of the phone. For me, it's much more natural to use my right index finger, and I found myself looking for these back buttons when using other people's phones. Then, there is a 16-megapixel camera with a f1.8 aperture, which produces the best photos I've ever seen come from a smartphone. This phone alone has turned me into a photographer, because everywhere my wife and I go now, we take out the phone to snap a few photos. Take a look at these pictures in natural light and darker situations. As I said in my first impressions video, I love how quickly the autofocus works when you're recording a video. The autofocus can quickly snap from one object to another, and your videos won't have that annoying pause waiting for the camera to refocus. Finally, the camera does include many manual settings for taking pictures, ones that you would find on a DSLR camera. I haven't played around with them too much, but I'm sure you could tweak your settings exactly how you wanted for an even better shot. Now for the specifications of the LG G4. The processor that is firing the phone is a 1.8 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon 808, which makes the phone super snappy moving around different applications. I found that most of my waiting time on the phone is apps trying to connect to their servers and not my phone loading the app. There's 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of internal storage. My Galaxy S4 only had 8 GB of storage, so this was an awesome feature for me because I don't have to delete one game to download another. At least not yet. Under the removable back piece of the phone, you can swap SIM cards, SD cards up to 2 TB, and the 3000 mAh battery. When I bought the phone, LG had a promotion where I got a free extra battery, charging cradle, and 32 GB SD card, so all of these features come in handy. So my favorite part about my review is this one, the software that comes with LG phones and the best features. This is my first LG phone, so I had nothing to compare to when looking at all of their apps for the first time. From the Android Lollipop home screen, you can swipe from the left to reveal LG's banner of apps. This includes LG Health to track your steps, which is incredibly addicting to hit your goal every day, the Calendar app, Music app, Quick Remote, and Smart Tips. I love the Quick Remote because it uses the IR blaster on the top of the phone to control your media center. This was insanely easy to set up, but the thing I love most about it is the accessibility. You don't have to open up an app every time you want to use the remote. You can either swipe down or swipe right from the home screen to quickly get there. The battery is the only thing subpar on this phone. I haven't gone too many days where I didn't have to charge my phone, but then again, I'm still in love with this thing and I use it more than usual. Another feature which I kind of talked about already is the removable back. Obviously it's good because you can change the battery and whatnot, but what I really love is that LG made a bunch of different backs for you to buy. The one that it comes with is a cheap plastic gray one, which I actually like, but there is also many colorful leather backs which I would love to get my hands on. That pretty much wraps up my review of the LG G4. I would love to keep making videos on this phone, so if you're still thinking about buying this phone, let me know in the comments section right below that like button, what else you would like me to see do with this phone. Maybe you want to see how it plays games or a full photography video. Let me know. As always, thank you for watching and please subscribe for more Zach's Tech Turf videos.